Alright folks, some of you have been waiting for this video, some of you haven't. And for those who haven't, well, you're welcome to sit in. But for those who've been waiting for this is my review that I promised on the Pohl Force Sheath versus my issues with the United Cutlery Sheath. And we're gonna go into this right now. That looks fairly decent, but let's point out the first thing that caught my attention. What's that? What's that? You kinda like missed some of the dye there, man. You know, I was excited at first when I got this, and then I just didn't really pay attention because I was too stoked about the knife itself. And you got extra stitch holes right here. And another one right there. Why? I don't know. You tell me. What else? I'm going to try to keep this short. Alright. Right here, it's cracked. Not only that, look at where this stitch comes in. If I open this up, that's probably ain't gonna be able to see because cameras suck at this kind of stuff. But my belt will be resting, or sorry, the sheath. And this thread will be resting on my belt versus on this actual tab of sandwich leather here. It's just not cool. I mean, there's not a whole lot of love that went into this. That side's decent, but this, I wish I could open this up enough to actually see what I'm talking about. There it is. There's a thread. Look at it! That's horrible craftsmanship. I don't care who you are. Alright. Now, let's look at this thing just kind of hating itself and falling apart at the seams. It just can't stand the sight of this crazy awesome knife, so it's doing this. And I'm not even applying any pressure, folks. This is just it doing its thing. It's like, I don't want to live. Help me. So, I mean, this is not good. That's horrible. Alright. No sheath. Should be like, I haven't even worn this on my hip except to try out the leather strap. Just, you know, just for fit. This is just horrible. I mean, this camera's not going to pick it up, but you can see the glue and everything just coming apart. This is only just sat in my closet. Not doing anything. Not going through the jungles, hunting after a predator, you know, climbing down cliffs, avoiding, you know, sheriff, you know, Teasel. Garbage, in my opinion. All of this is in my opinion. So, this is what you've been waiting for. Let's see how, oh wait, we didn't even get to the, well, we'll get to that. Here is the Pohl Force Sheath. Signed by Mr. Pohl himself. Alright? Maybe he was one of his kids and he just practiced a lot. I don't know, but it's fine. Anyway, very nice premium, I would call it gun leather. Yeah, I mean, it feels like a holster when this sucker goes in. So, let's go over the things I didn't like about the other sheath. The dye job is perfect. I did this myself right here. with the United Cutlery knife, because every edge on that son of a you-know-what is sharp. And I've been using 1500 grit sandpaper to keep the damage to a minimum. But, you know, word of the wise, if you get one of these and you want to fit your United Cutlery knife into this, I mean, it's the same dimensions. The only problem is the extra love and care that Pohl Force took to, you know, round off the edges so the whole thing isn't a knife, you know, just the blade. Well, that's what you're gonna get. So I rounded off the edges myself using 1500 grit sandpaper. That's all you need. You can be really careful and get it done. Now, is it falling apart? Oh wait, look at the stitching on this. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. There's no extra holes. Okay. It's just really well made. So let's go back up to this part. There's much more meat in this upper leather part. Much more meat in the sandwich leather. And the stitching goes into the leather, not into space. We like that. We like stitching to go into things. Again, on the other side, perfect. And it's twice as much leather sandwiched in there than the other one. So, is it falling apart inside and hating itself? No, it's not at all. It's gorgeous. It has so many more layers of sheathness to it. I mean, this is a leather sandwich and a half. It's like the double decker of sheaths. Look at that. Get into focus. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. I mean, that is a lot of leather in there. There's probably 2 extra layers. You know. So, I mean, I did this because that big sharp hilt that United Cutlery was happy with, you know, I seen that and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take some sandpaper to that and fix that right now. So, okay, last issue, unless I forgot one. Well, let's just look at the 2 side by side, shall we? This one looks like it holds something else, like a big old rounded off spatula. With this one, I don't even need to tell you what this holds. You can tell, because it's what? It's in the shape of a knife. Ooh, weird. Let's put the knife back in the United Cutlery sheath, shall we? It falls in. Okay? And it does this. Jiggle. Can you hear that? That's not my knuckles on the table. That is the knife inside the sheath, like it's got room for a sharpening stone, maybe. I don't know. You tell me. Now, you guys can't see my whole face, so there we go. It's all in there now. Woo, hey, it's Carl here. Now we're gonna put this into this. It almost looks like it doesn't fit, but it's the same exact dimensions, thickness. It's CNC machined. The only problem is they didn't take the love to round off the edges. Me and my bantering, just look at this. Okay. Right in there. With 2 fingers, 3 fingers, I think. but it just feels like a gun being reholstered. Same thing out. I'm only being careful because I've already cut it a little bit, but that's because didn't round off the edges on the choil, which I've already done now, so that won't happen again. So if I was you guys, I would, hate to say it, if you're happy with this, go for it. You pay a lot more for a Pohl Force, but this one's staying, this one's going, and that's that. So, hope you liked the video. I would pay the extra money. I paid $343 for the knife and that sheath over there, when I could have just paid an extra like 60 bucks and didn't have to do any little sanding, you know. I love the knife. I mean, I absolutely adore it. I mean, it's bad A, but you know, there we go. That's my 2 cents. Hope you guys found this informative in some way. Feel free to comment. Give me all your hate. Give me all your love. And yeah. Bye. Oh. And I wanted to clarify something. The 343 bucks that I paid for all this, before y'all blow up my comments, I paid $208 with the shipping from United Cutlery, and then I paid another $135 for this. 343. Not 343 for where I just threw half away. That's it. Night.